All right, so today is the day that gets us ready for tomorrow, which will get us ready for the actual thing. Superman is one of my favorite comic book heroes, period. And while I love Henry Cavill, I think Henry Cavill never had the chance to actually be Superman. That was always my main gripe. Whenever I think of Superman, I actually think of All Might from My Hero Academia, the ha ha ha, I am here. Just that much brightness and joy, having a smile on his face every time he saves people. When people are in danger, they can always look to him for hope and to know that everything is truly going to be okay. That's how I see Superman. So, right off the bat, everything James Gunn is doing so far, I'm really, really enjoying. Now, what I like about this teaser so far is that the color palette, it's bright, right? It's absolutely beautiful. And seeing Superman with the symbol on his cape, outstanding. I truly feel that James Gunn is one of the strongest directors and writers that we have in the comic book world, the superhero world. And I really can't think of anything that he's created within Marvel and DC where I was like, this is trash, right? So, with that, I don't understand how he's earned the skepticism just because his work in the past speaks for itself, literally. For example, you have Guardians of the Galaxy. I absolutely love Guardians. Okay, there's going to be a little bias there because Guardians of the Galaxy, the very first movie, is one of my favorite Marvel movies, period. I love it. I would even say, I would dare say, which may be heresy to some people, that Guardians of the Galaxy is the strongest trilogy Marvel has. It is narratively consistent all the way through. And usually, things start off strong in the first movie and stuff goes downhill. But with Guardians of the Galaxy, it's consistent. You have Iron Man, right? Iron Man, first movie, absolutely solid. The second movie, not as solid as the first one. The third movie, mixed, right? Captain America, first movie, it was okay. It was his first movie, just starting off. Winter Soldier, peak cinema, absolute cinema. And then Civil War, it was great, but Winter Soldier was literally the peak of that mountain. And then you have Thor. I don't feel the second Thor movie, Dark World, was as bad as everybody makes it out to be. The first Thor movie, it was fine. It was fine, right? Ragnarok, the best. And it's just a shame that we never got a fourth movie, but I really hope that, they continue that train as well. So that just brings me back to Guardians of the Galaxy, something James Gunn did, in this phase. Movies and the TV shows haven't really been as strong because it felt directionless. Whereas Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 really felt like the MCU pre Endgame and Infinity War. It had so much heart and soul. It told the story that it wanted to tell. And then James Gunn was like, let me bring all of that to the DC universe. So when James Gunn came in, I was like, man, I'm really looking forward to everything he's going to do. I always felt like Man of Steel was incredible. I absolutely love Man of Steel as an Elseworld story, not as a mainline Superman film. But after that, I really didn't care for Batman versus Superman. I thought they should have done a World's Finest type of movie. They just brought in Doomsday way too soon. So at least with this, we get a reset. We get to take our time and get to know the characters, bring the world to life. Yes, they are definitely introducing, it seems like the Terrifics, right? Because it was kind of weird seeing the pictures with Guy Gardner, and he didn't have what looked like a Green Lantern costume, and Shira, she also didn't have her hot girl costume. So I'm thinking that this is Mr. Terrific's team, the Terrifics, possibly, with those two and Metamorpho. So it'll be cool, because once again, this is the first official movie within the DCU. So it's great that we have color. We have a world that already exists. I'm completely over origin movies. We don't need any more origin movies. We know these heroes. The general public really, how many times are we going to kill off Uncle Ben? How many times are we going to kill off Krypton? Things like that. We don't need origin movies. So I'm so happy this isn't an origin movie. The Batman by Matt Reeves, I'm happy that wasn't an origin movie for Batman. We can just keep the ball moving and just tell the stories that we want to see. And it's going to be really cool to see a different side of Superman that we don't often see, right? If you grew up watching Justice League, Batman, and Adventures of Superman, Superman was always shown as this brute, right? He can fly, he's super strong, heat vision, frost breath, things like that. But the thing about him is that, of course, depending on what universe, this is the main universe, he's the son of one of the brilliant scientists from Krypton. So there is this comic run called Superman Unchained. And with that comic run, you actually had a chance to see how Superman thinks and his processing for situations. And he's incredibly intelligent, but we don't get a chance to see that. Most recently, right, we've had My Adventures with Superman, beautiful animated show. Absolutely love it. It's incredible. And then Superman and Lois just had their final season. That was just a masterclass in how to write a more mature, well-rounded, seasoned Superman. And man, hats off to the cast and crew for that show. So, anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I've talked enough. I'm really looking forward to seeing what this teaser trailer has to offer, and then the trailers that come, and ultimately the movie that will come out next year. I guess I'll say the internet isn't a real place, but it can affect the real world. I am really looking forward to see how Superman, the movie, affects everybody. See ya.